I'll just stop sharing so you can actually put up your screens.
Okay, let me do the sharing.
Thank you for coming today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Are you in Singapore at the moment?
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic.
So it's
Thank you
better
for
to be
taking
stuck
time.
here than back home. Though I can't visit my family at home.
No.
Oh well. Oh well, it's not the worst.
No, it'll just be an interim period at this
Yeah.
time. But that's the message that I think everyone should just remember, that COVID is only lasting for a little while, but your experience overseas will impact your career outcomes for the long run. So don't let it
Yeah.
eat your current, whatever you're doing currently.
Yeah, and your plans, keep planning.
Yeah, keep
It will
planning.
return to normal soon.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, just keep planning.
In there. All right, I can see your
Right.
things. It looks great.
Okay.
Take it away, Sophia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hi. So I'm Regional Manager for Southeast Asia for the University of Glasgow. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the university and the veterinary medicine course that we have. Okay, first I'll show you. I hope this video works for you, and I'll just play it now.
I need to turn up the volume on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, or like if it's playing, because then you need to share your screen with audio. You may stop and start sharing again.
Okay.
No problem.
How
If
do I
not, you can put.
share it with?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Don't worry. If it doesn't work, you can always put the link in our chat.
Yeah, let's try one more time. If it
Yeah, sure.
doesn't, then oops. Wait. I think I've done it again. Music, computer sound. Portion of the screen content from second camera, or is it music or computer sound only?
I'm not
Share computer
sure.
sound.
Computer's
Okay.
down.
All right. Let me just try this. This one. Let me know if you don't hear it. Then
For sure.
I'll just continue the video because there's no words, just music. And then the next one, I'll just share the link.
Yes, I hear it. Fantastic.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me introduce you to Scotland first. Okay, so the University of Glasgow, you've seen the video and it gives you a little bit of introduction of the university, how it looks like, and the university is in Glasgow. Okay, so the city of Glasgow, and Glasgow is in Scotland. Scotland is in UK. All right. So Scotland is one of the 4 countries making up the UK. It has 5.1 million population, and it has its own parliament and education system. Why I highlight this is because for its own parliament, it has its own regulations on, let's say, COVID, and having the decision to do lockdown, to close borders, and to just to make their own calls for the safety of people in Scotland. Okay, and then education system, this would be a little bit different to the UK, where in Scotland you'll have a 4 years education, the 4 years bachelor's degree, and the rest of the UK would be a 3 years bachelor's degree. In certain case, like for engineering, a 4 years bachelor's degree in engineering would allow a student in certain countries to apply for engineering status, okay, professional engineering status, and the education, it's what we offer is flexible degrees, which means that the student will go into year 1 and then they can choose 3 subject areas, and then if they want to switch in year 2, some of the, like their major, they can easily switch it without having to, spend extra time relearning subjects that they have not learned, because they have already chosen 3 different options in year 1 itself. Okay, and the reason why it's 4 years education system is because in the UK, A-level students, they will study for 13 years, and for Scottish students, they will study 12 years with graduating high school with Scottish Highers, which is called the SQA. And for students over here doing the IB and A-levels, we do have exemption for year 1 if a student chooses chooses to go into year 2 directly, but it's optional. So to get entry into year 2 for the University of Glasgow, you have to meet A-star AA grades or equivalent, okay? But it's different for the rest of the universities in Scotland. It will depend on the university, and the grades will differ for year 2 entry and for programs as well. Okay, so let me show you this video, another video about Scotland, and then we'll continue on with the other slides.
Study in Scotland now. Now is everything. Now is the moment we turn dreams into reality. Now is blazing new trails. Now is relentlessly curious. Now is new skills, new careers, new industries. Now transforms lives. Now changes worlds. Now is asking the biggest of questions. Now is stopping to listen. Now builds hope and grows reputations. Now is a culture built on knowledge and learning. Now is home and the warmest of welcomes. Now is the start of the road to success. Choose a world-renowned education. There is no waiting. Scotland is now.
Right, so I will now tell you a little bit about Glasgow, okay? So the city of Glasgow is ranked the top 10 best cities in the world in 2019 in the Time Out survey, Time Out magazine survey. And it's recently named the world's friendliest city by Rough Guides 2019 as well. It's Scotland's largest city, and it's the 4th largest city in the UK. Right, and in Glasgow, there is a lot of shopping. It's known as the top place to shop top place to shop in UK outside of London. Okay, and the name Glasgow, it means dear green place in Gaelic. All right, it's also the UNESCO City of Music, and this building at the back of my slide, on the slide here, it's the Hydro, which is the fourth busiest arena venue in the world, and it is actually like a convention center to run exhibitions, music festivals, concerts, and things like that. Okay. Living expenses, I would say that it's the fourth most affordable student city in the UK. This is surveyed by What Uni 2019, and £1,000 would be a comfortable amount per month. Okay, if you look at entertainment fees or entertainment costs, okay, we put there 120, and for clothes 70. You probably don't spend 120 on entertainment and clothes 70 on clothes every month. So I would say that each month you'll be able to save some money, and the range of expenses would cost you about 800 to £1,000, including accommodation as well. So the University of Glasgow is established in 1451, and it's the fourth oldest university in the English-speaking world, which means that it's the fourth oldest English-speaking university. And it has 28,000 students currently, and 25% of them are international students. So we do have a quite popular quite a healthy population of international students at the university. We are a member of the Russell Group, and also our overall rankings are 2nd in Scotland, 11th in the UK, and 77th in the world. In the recent rankings, the Complete University Guide for 2021, we are proud to be named #1. That means #1 in the UK for the following subjects: accounting and finance, dentistry, medicine, vet medicine, drama, dance and cinematic, education, nursing, and sports science. And if there are, students interested in engineering programs, we do have quite a lot of engineering programs, and it's top 6 in the UK, ranked top 6 in the UK. So for now, students who are interested in our clinical courses, especially veterinary medicine, as you can see here, this is by the Complete University Guide rankings, and this is the latest one for 2021, and we're #1 for all clinical programs. And just to highlight here, we have been #1 for the last 3 years for vet medicine. All right, so a very, very brief summary on the program. You'll be able to find out a little bit more and lots of admissions detail on our website, but this is just the important points that I've pulled out from our website. So the veterinary medicine is a 5 years program. It's conducted in 3 phases. The first phase would be the foundation phase, which is year 1 and year 2, where it covers domestic animals and professional training. The second phase will be clinical phase, which will run throughout year 3 and year 4. It's a broad training in areas of veterinary professional practice. And the last phase would be the professional phase, year 5, where there will be small group involvement in clinical activities. The course structure would be a spiral course structure, meaning that each time you will revisit topics as you progress through the program, and then each time with increasing clinical focus. So like you've done domestic animals, and then you will do a bit of professional training, and then each phase the further you go in the program, the more clinical or hands-on experience you get. All right. For those who are taking A levels, we would be looking at A star AA, or if there is no A star in A levels, then triple A would be the grades that we're looking for. Chemistry and biology would be compulsory, okay, for 2 subjects. And then a third science subject, any science subject will do, okay. English grade B or above, if let's say, you've done your O levels, we will look at that, okay. And for those students who are taking IB diploma, 38 points would be required, and chemistry and biology in HL will be required, and either math or physics at SL level will be accepted. Okay, so they need 3 science subjects as well: chemistry, biology, and either math or physics. Okay, and an English requirement, this is the academic requirement. They need you to pass English as well, which is SL6 minimum, all right, for IB diploma. Other requirements would be work experience 1 to 2 weeks. We understand that now it's a little bit difficult to find experience in this climate, but if you do have experience, or if you do have previous work experience with animal handling, then please do get a recommendation letter from your employer or your previous place that you have volunteered in, okay? And then during the interview, we will actually ask you to list down what are the experience that you have, okay? And where have you volunteered before and things like that. Interviews will usually be held in December, and at the moment, usually, like last year the school came down to interview students in December, mid-December, and this year I'm not sure. Sorry, the previous year they came down. This past December they couldn't come down, so they did online interviews. Next year they will try and see whether they can come down, but usually if everything is okay, they will usually come down to Singapore for interviews. So it's a single campus. It's a Glasgow estate, okay? So Glasgow is one of the 3 campus that the University of Glasgow has, and it's 8 kilometers from the main university. This campus only focuses on animal sciences and vet medicine programs, vet medicine, vet bioscience programs. Okay, so it's a dedicated campus focusing on animal sciences. There is a small animal hospital on the campus. Okay, so there's a state-of-art operating suite, unique pain and rehabilitation center, the first Scottish comparative oncology center, and a diagnostic imaging suite as well. So it's quite a big hospital. There are more than 16,000 cases per year. Okay, and out of ours first opinion practice, there are clinical placements for Scottish SPCA and PDSA. First opinion means the veterinaries will be, like vet doctors will be there, like in direct contact with their patients. Okay, dermatology specialist practice, and a number of companion animals seen per year, about more than 48,000 per year. Okay, so quite a big facility. The Whippers Centre of Equine Welfare, we've got the Glasgow Equine Hospital. The caseload is about 856 visits and 275 hospitalized per year. Intensive care facilities are available, indoor arena is available, and nuclear medicine or MRI is also available here. And then Glasgow Equine Practice, first opinion practice opened in 2020. So this is a new practice, and additional first opinion exposure via 3 private practices. So we do have the Glasgow Equine Practice, and then there are also other private practices that students will actually do their clinical practice or professional practice at. We also have the Scottish Centre of Production Animals, Animal Health and Food Safety, Large Animal Unit, okay, and then the access to local farms through herd and flock health schemes. This is one of the buildings in the Glasgow campus, which is the Mary Stuart building. It has about 350 seat flexible study at cafe space, okay, here. And then it has like 40 seat seminar rooms, 10 tutorial rooms, study spaces, a student shop, all right, and ATMs as well. And some of the students, when they enter year 1, they will go to the Cogno Farm and Research Center as well to do some professional practice. This one is an 850-acre working commercial farm, and it has a dairy unit, a beef suckler unit, 500 ewes. There is approximately 500 students as well. Okay, and Cogno Farm is actually pretty close to the Glasgow campus, but it's not walking distance. So we will prepare. We do have a shuttle bus going to and from the main campus, the Glasgow campus, and also the farm. So why Glasgow? Why study medicine at Glasgow? Besides the rankings, we do have RCVS qualification, which means that it leads to membership to RCVS, okay, the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. We are also AVMA accredited, and Glasgow is one of the only 4 UK schools with AVMA approval. This means that with RCVS and AVMA accredited status, upon qualification, you can work anywhere in the world. A little bit more about the campus, Glasgow campus. We do offer accommodation on campus, and it's guaranteed for all new international students. There are over 3,500 places, halls of residence, okay, flats or houses, and 800 for postgraduate students, and the rest are, for undergraduate students. It has an option of self-catering. That means you have your kitchen and you can cook yourself or you can eat out, or it has an option for catered accommodation. That means they have a canteen and you will be served breakfast and dinner. Lunch, you would go in and get food out, okay, because most of your lunchtime will be in class or at the teaching centers. There is mixed and single gender accommodation, so there are options for you to choose, and application for the accommodation will be online. When to apply? The applications will open in September, usually each year, September, and 15th of October is when is the closing date for medicine, dentistry, vet medicine, and also Oxbridge applications. This is via ucas.com, and we will only process all applications received before the 15th of October. We'll start processing and shortlisting students from 16th of October onwards, and we'll invite students shortlisted students for interviews in December. All right. And I appreciate that this year they might have some delays on, shortlisting students and all, but usually it's between November, December, January that they will do shortlisting and offering of students as well. And for vet medicine, ignore this January and June deadline. It doesn't apply for vet medicine applications because the only deadline would be 15th of October, the year before the intake. So if you're planning to apply for 2022 September intake, you will have to prepare your application and submit it by 15th of October this year. So that's all for the introduction of the program, the campus, Glasgow, and also a little bit about Scotland. We've got two of us, two staff here based in Singapore. Okay, so myself and my colleague Lisa. And if you have any questions, do feel free to drop us an email, and also feel free to drop us a WhatsApp message as well if you have any questions. I would now like to open the floor for questions. If you have any at the moment, I am happy to answer your questions.
We'll just give that a couple of minutes. Okay. Students, if you can, could you just use the Q&A function to post your questions and not the chat? That was very comprehensive, so I can imagine there not being any.
Yeah.
Well, if you do think of any, please, students, please feel free to take down Sophia's email address and WhatsApp, as she said, or to hop over onto our virtual fair tomorrow. And our IDP counselors will be able to take those questions and escalate that to Sophia. We'll answer them on her behalf.